Welcome to the Rustic Garden Homestead. I want to show you a great fall project, the Sunken Container Garden. This is where I've been growing my peppers for really the last 6 years. They do really well. I want to show you a full season's worth of growth, just so you can see how well they do. And I'll talk a little bit about how I maintain the peppers, and then I'll go over the different varieties. But if you're looking for a project in the fall, early winter, something to do, collect containers from your friends, nurseries, go to the big box stores, and you can create a sunken container garden. It's just a real nice way to grow a lot of peppers in a small space. You almost double your production. I wanted to show you a full year's growth of the peppers in the sunken containers. Been doing this for 6 years, 2 plants per pot, and again, videos on how to plant and build this will be in the video description. Full year's growth, 2 peppers per pot. These are all hot peppers, different sizes. Quick tip is you do want to put in trellising. I use these weak tomato cages. They're too flimsy for tomato plants, but perfect for peppers. Peppers do break pretty easily. You can see that this snapped off here as I was walking through, so you definitely need to support the peppers. All hot peppers, different varieties, and you can just see how beautiful they are. They do get some shade from the asparagus here. I just trimmed that back. Month of August, we pretty much had a drought, and these did not get watered. They were beat up, and they did well. A nice tip for peppers is, yes, they are semi-tropical. They like the warmth, but don't put them in a place where they bake in the sun. They could use a little bit of break. Right now, they're getting a break from the asparagus, plenty of sunlight, but it keeps the soil a little bit cooler. They don't go through water as much, but just look how beautiful they are. The reason that I like this is because it really lets you conserve resources. When I get in to water, and I was away for August doing some other things, I can just flood this container, perfect amount of water, water-soluble fertilizer right into the container, all washes into the base. And it's a real easy way to grow 2 peppers per container. Pot size, that's about 14 inches across. I will put all the measurements in the video. Maybe 12 inches deep for the pot itself. And then I just sink the pots in like that. Real easy to mulch around it. Helps keep the plants a bit cooler when it gets the mid-July heat, August heat. Real easy to weed, real easy to take care of. And you can see that it's not a big footprint. The other benefit to this is just the amount of peppers that you get out of here. 13 pots, 2 plants, 26 pepper plants, just in this small strip, not taking up a lot of space at all. So these guys look a little bit yellow. Water-soluble fertilizer, whatever your choice is, works fine. Just mix it into a gallon of water. And this is why I like it. I can just pour right into here. Gonna give it a big drink. And this is what I'm doing for the end of the season. So they're all gonna get a nice drink of a water-soluble fertilizer. I recommend AgroThrive. It's a great organic water-soluble. You can see that, find them in my video description. That's all these plants need. Notice how the water-soluble just pools right in there, goes right into the root system. It's gonna go down deep through the hole in the bottom. At least half the bottom is cut out. Again, check out the videos in the video description, show you how to make this. And I just put them this close together, mulch around them, 2 plants per. When I'm done showing you kind of the watering and all that, I'll go over each variety of plants so you can see what I'm growing in here. So next, if I can get the hose to come on, let's try that. For watering, I literally just flood the entire container. This is not going to wash away the water-soluble fertilizer. And you're going to water differently based on how hot it's been. But look how easy this is. Okay, well watered. Next one. And it's a lot easier to water this way, take care of these pepper plants. And I just work my way down. Got to do this at least once a week. Sometimes when it's hotter, maybe twice a week. You just flood the base, let the water go in. These plants are pretty much on automatic. Make sure you put some trellising in there. What I'll do at the end of the season when these have died back, I will take some compost, fill it about halfway to here because this does settle a little bit. Let the compost sit here, let the amendments sit here, maybe some grass clippings. Anything organic is going to be fine. Come spring, I just come in, loosen it up, maybe throw in a little bit of fertilizer, put the plants in, and just do exactly what I showed you. Hit them with a water soluble at planting time, and these plants just do extremely, extremely well. All these are hot peppers. Let me go over the varieties. You could put one plant per container. That's fine to do. That plant will get bigger. The plant itself produces a little bit more. However, when you put two in, the plants don't get as large, but you do really almost double your production. You can give them a little bit more water-soluble fertilizer. That will keep them going, but they don't mind being planted closely together. I have a lot of videos on that. Poblanos taste a little bit better. Usually you pick them when they're a dark green, fine, you know, grill them, do whatever. If you let them turn red, they are a little bit sweeter. These are super chilies. These are all hot peppers. I like them to turn red. I wait till they get a little bit wrinkly, like this one, and then I actually pick them all, dry them in an oven, use a food dehydrator, and you have great chili flakes. These are Thai hot peppers. Great for stir fries, much smaller, 2 plants per. Coming over here, this plant got broke off. And remember, pepper plants are really fragile. These are cherry bomb hot peppers. I use these for pickling, and they're just nice round red peppers, hot but not too hot, and the classic round peppers that you see pickled that you buy at different stores. In the 2 containers here, I have hot banana peppers. You know, just like their cousin, the sweet banana, same shape, a little bit sweeter, except they are hot when they turn red, turn orange. And I like to mix these with sweet bananas when I do some pickling, and it kind of gives, you know, a balanced heat that way. But 2 plants per, doesn't matter how close you put the plants, could be like that, could be spaced apart more. Again, the dimensions are in the video of these pots. You don't have to be exact either. You don't need this exact pot. Just something that looks, you know, similar to what I'm doing will work really well. Tabasco peppers, I make hot sauce out of these, you know, classic Tabasco sauce. These are facing heavens, look very similar to the Tabasco pepper, and I use these for my spaghetti flakes, or hot pepper flakes for spaghetti and pasta dishes. And then finally in this group, I have the classic long red cayenne peppers. I've harvested a bunch. I pick these when they're red, getting a little bit wrinkly. They do get dehydrated too for red pepper flakes for pasta. I like the facing heaven flavor better than the cayennes, but you know, they both serve the same function. You can mix sweet and hot peppers together. It's a myth that the hot pepper today will impact the sweet pepper you have next to it, and when you eat it, it's going to be spicy. If there is a cross, the cross is in the seeds, and next year when you plant them, grow a new plant, that plant could be, you know, a hot pepper, spicy pepper. But you can plant them next together. Whatever you harvest this year is not going to be, you know, contaminated, so to speak, from the hot pepper. So intermingle as you wish. Again, this is just a great way to grow peppers, save space, and they do beautifully. We use a lot of jalapenos, so I grow them in their own section. I just wanted to show you just how beautifully these plants are. Now, these plants have been taken care of better than most of my garden. And just look at all the jalapenos. Peppers are a great crop to grow here in Maryland. They're somewhat disease-free. They can get fungus and stuff like that, but if you take care of them, they stay really strong. Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com. I sell tomato and pepper seeds, $1.50 a pack. I'm sorry, $1.75 a pack. All other seeds are only $1.50. So tomatoes and peppers, $1.75 a pack. All other seeds, only $1.50. And again, thanks for watching. Sunken Container Garden is a great, really fall project. You can get your containers from neighbors. You can go to the big box stores, ask them for containers they're throwing away, cut out the bottom, set up your Sunken Container Garden, and it, you know, has benefits that I showed you. And again, check the video description. The end of the video, it'll show you how to really build that Sunken Container Garden. Thanks so much for watching.